Ready.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. I know how busy everyone is. My long walk over here and looking through the room. Before I get to my presentation, I just wanted to first say, I see a lot of familiar faces in the crowd, and it just immediately made me think of the relationship we're building here between Legg Mason and your branch. So, it makes me pretty proud of the partnership that we forged, and I think a lot of it has to do with events like today. Having guest speakers, having PMs available to you, and having you guys available to me. So I really appreciate it. That being said, on to the nitty-gritty. Today, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Billy Childs, and I'm your sales director at Legg Mason. With me is Mike Oscato. Mike, for those of you who haven't met him, is our client portfolio manager from ClearBridge. He's going to talk to us today about income solutions. Okay. Now, before I hand it over to Mike, because anyone who's seen him speak knows he's the star of the show, so I'll keep this brief. But before I hand it over to Mike, there's just a couple things I want to frame to tee up his conversation with you, okay? Now, first, we've all heard the statistics with baby boomers reaching retirement, but I think in this conversation they're worth repeating. So, the first baby boomer reached retirement age on January 1st, 2011. Now, can anyone tell me how many baby boomers reach retirement age every day in this country? A guess? 10,000. That's right, Mike. Nice. So 10,000 individuals in this country are reaching retirement age every single day. And a lot of them don't only want income, they need income. And ClearBridge can provide these income solutions for them. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with ClearBridge Investments is our largest equity affiliate at Legg Mason with $60 billion of assets under management. And they utilize three buckets when managing that $60 billion. The first is low volatility, the second is alpha generation, and the third, which we're going to touch on today, is income solutions. And within income solutions, there's two focuses: high current income and growth in income. Today, Mike's going to touch on two products in particular that are within these two focuses. The first, within the high current income space, is our tactical dividend income fund. The second, within our growth and income space, is our equity income fund. Now, these funds are timely right now, not only because of the mass amounts of people that are transitioning into their retirement lives, but also, as we all know, because of the last few months, the volatility in the fixed income market. Now, can anyone tell me, because we've had so many numbers thrown around the last 2 months, but can anyone tell me off the top of their head what the inflow number was in June and July out of U.S. fixed income? A guess. Any guess?
The outflow?
Yeah.
The outflow.
50 billion.
Even more. $90 billion. $90 billion flowed out of U.S. fixed income in the 8-week span of June to July. Even more stifling is the number of $140 billion. That's the amount of money in the same 8-week span that was deposited into security deposits and retail money market funds. So you can see there's a huge amount of opportunity out there for us. And part of the reason we have Mike here today is to talk to you a little bit about that opportunity. So Mike was hired, as a lot of you know, a long time ago, 30 years ago, directly by Hirsch Cohen to be an intern. Now, he's worked for 30 years alongside the PMs, and he's actually built up a little bit of a reputation as someone who just calls it like it is. And for those of you who have seen him speak, this isn't a surprise, because he'll wow you, he'll stun you. He'll say some things that'll make you wince, but he's really a great perspective to have. And for these people that haven't seen him speak before, a great example I share is, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, as Mike would say, he was running around with his hair on fire. And looking at him now, we have to assume he had hair. He's running around with his hair on fire telling anyone who will listen that the NASDAQ is overpriced, .coms isn't where you want to be. And as you can imagine, he was one of very few people doing that at the time. Unfortunately for the market, he was right. And it just built to his reputation as someone who's going to go against the populace and call it like it is. So today we're going to have Mike get up, and he's going to tell it like it is. He's going to tell it like it is so you can understand, and you can in turn communicate to your clients why ClearBridge's income solutions are vital right now in this current marketing, current market. Thank you. That's it.